All right, guys, over on the DK Sportsbook, you can get close to even money on the Sixers to defeat the Knicks in Madison Square Garden tonight. So both teams 2-1 on the year. New York coming off a loss to O-Town. You chasing or fading the Sixers tonight, Garion?
I think I'm going to fade the Sixers and chase the Knicks. Bing bong, as it were. I just look at this Sixers team, and, I mean, first and foremost, much like LeBron, I guess we have to mention that Joel Embiid is questionable for this game, although I think Joel Embiid might be questionable every game this season. So, you know, it's game 4. We haven't gotten quite tired of it yet. But the Sixers have had a really hard time covering on the road as an underdog. In fact, in their last 28 games in that scenario, they've covered 6 times. Conversely, the Knicks have covered 15 of their last 21 home games as the favorite. I really like Julius Randle tonight. I think he can just do a lot here. And, yeah, I'll side with the Knicks at home.
Okay, Ryan, who you siding with?
I'm also fading the Sixers. This game is at Madison Square Garden, and it's nuts. The Knicks fans have already had a taste for postseason basketball. So this season, right on the jump, they're already all in. And games on TV that you watch at Madison Square Garden feel different, like that overtime or super high-scoring close game against Boston the other night. That was incredible. And plus, the Knicks have a lot of bodies to throw at a banged-up Embiid now because Taj is back in. Nerlens Noel is upgraded to questionable. Mitch Robinson's a beast already this season. So not only do I like the matchups against their one stud in Embiid, but Julius Randle doing everything for them at Madison Square Garden. I'm chasing the Knicks.
Okay, Nick, you chasing or fading the Sixers?
We're going 3 for 3 here. I'm fading the Sixers, chasing the Knicks. New York's coming off of that fairly shocking loss to the Orlando Magic, who looked terrible before that game. But I think this is a really good spot for them to bounce back. Like Ryan said, they're at home. There are very few teams that have a true home court advantage in the NBA during the regular season. And the Knicks are absolutely at the top of that list, especially when you're talking first week of the season, you know, when a lot of crowds really aren't at their peak. MSG has been bringing it night to night. I think that won't change. Obviously, Embiid banged up. You know, that's something that, you know, even if he was healthy, I think I still might chase the Knicks in this game. His backup, Andre Drummond, is banged up. Some of their guard depth is banged up. They obviously have not replaced what they've lost in Ben Simmons. This team is middle of the pack defensively so far, are the Sixers. They were number 2 last season. So luckily, the offense has been really good. They've gotten some great shooting from some role players to help offset that. But without Simmons, that defense just hasn't been there. And I think that's going to be a problem against the Knicks, who are kind of right up there with a team like Atlanta as maybe one of the deepest teams, not only in the East, but in the entire NBA.